In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 NHL games happening on October 11th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Detroit Red Wings. The Toronto Maple Leafs hit the road for a divisional clash at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan, where they'll take on the Red Wings in what should be a compelling early season matchup. Toronto comes in riding the confidence of another strong campaign, having topped the Atlantic Division last season with a record of 52-26-4. Detroit, meanwhile, finished 6th in that same division, posting a 39-35-8 mark that left them short of the playoff cut. The Maple Leafs held the upper hand in the 2024-2025 season series, winning 3 of the 4 meetings against Detroit, and they'll look to continue that dominance here. History has also been on Toronto's side when playing in Detroit. The Maple Leafs have gone 7-2-1 in their last 10 trips to Little Caesars Arena, showing they can handle the road environment against this opponent. Detroit hasn't been nearly as reliable in these spots, going 3-4-0 as home underdogs versus Atlantic Division opponents last season. Toronto's goaltending edge is also clear. Anthony Stolarz has been outstanding in limited action against the Red Wings, owning a perfect .200 career record with a microscopic 0.49 goals against average. If the Red Wings offense struggles to generate quality chances, it's hard to see them keeping pace. Toronto's top lines have the finishing power to capitalize on every lapse, and Stolarz's composure between the pipes should make the difference. As our first pick for this matchup, the Toronto Maple Leafs money line is our full game side pick. From a totals perspective, Toronto has also shown a clear trend in these divisional matchups. The Maple Leafs went 6-3-1 to the over when listed as favorites on the road against Atlantic Division teams in the 2024-2025 season. Their high-powered offense often dictates the tempo, and when they're clicking, even strong defensive teams struggle to slow them down. Stolarz's past success against Detroit might make an under-tempting on paper, but the Leafs' scoring depth alone could push this total over. On the other side, Detroit's goaltending has been unreliable. Cam Talbot, in his lone appearance against Toronto with the Red Wings, recorded a 0-1-0 mark with an inflated 7.5 goals against average and a .762 save percentage. That kind of performance won't cut it against one of the league's most efficient offensive units. Unless Detroit can tighten up dramatically, this matchup shapes up as a track meet where goals pile up quickly. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Rangers versus Pittsburgh Penguins. The Pittsburgh Penguins have opened their season with an unexpected surge, starting 2-0 and showing flashes of their old dominance. The veteran duo of Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin continues to defy age, combining for 7 points through the first 2 games. New addition Justin Brazeau has wasted no time making an impact either, already finding the back of the net 3 times in his first week as a Penguin. In goal, both Artur Silovs and Tristan Jarry have seen action, with Silovs earning the spotlight after posting a 25-save shutout in the opener against the Rangers. Pittsburgh will meet New York again on Saturday, and Silovs is projected to start once more. However, his career save percentage sits at just .886 through 20 games, which makes another lights-out performance against a team as skilled as the Rangers somewhat improbable. The Rangers didn't stay down for long after their season-opening loss to Pittsburgh. They responded on Thursday with a commanding 4-0 victory over Buffalo, where Igor Shesterkin looked sharp with 37 saves and a perfect sheet. New York's offense finally came alive, led by JT Miller and Alexis Lafreniere, who each tallied 2 points. While Pittsburgh's early record is encouraging, history suggests a regression might be near. The Penguins have dropped 7 of their last 10 matchups with the Rangers, and New York will be eager to get even after that disappointing opening defeat. A motivated Rangers squad with Shesterkin in net should have the upper hand this time around. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Rangers money line is our full game side pick. As for the total, both teams have leaned toward low-scoring starts this season. The Rangers have gone under in each of their first 2 contests, averaging just 3.5 total goals per game. That's a noticeable dip from last season, when their games averaged 6.22 total goals, and an even higher 6.46 when they played on the road. Pittsburgh's results have been more balanced. They've split their first 2 games in relation to the total. The Penguins have averaged 5 goals per game overall, with that number rising to 7 when playing at home. Last season, their games averaged 6.45 total goals, which ticked up slightly to 6.66 at home. However, the matchup history between these teams paints a different picture. The under has hit in 6 of the last 10 meetings, including Tuesday's opener, with both defenses finding early rhythm and goaltending expected to stabilize. This should be another tightly contested, lower-scoring matchup. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Montreal Canadiens versus Chicago Blackhawks. It's a packed Saturday slate in the NHL, and one of the marquee games features 2 storied franchises squaring off, the Montreal Canadiens and the Chicago Blackhawks. Anytime these original 6 teams meet, history and tradition take center stage, even if both clubs are currently navigating through rebuilds. Each roster features promising young stars and foundational pieces for the future, which makes this matchup as intriguing as it is unpredictable. Both squads opened their seasons with regulation losses, but each found a better result in their second outing. The Blackhawks battled hard against the Boston Bruins, taking the game into overtime before falling 4-3, a performance that showed flashes of progress and competitiveness. Montreal, however, came out much sharper in its follow-up, dismantling the Detroit Red Wings 5-1 in a dominant effort. That kind of win can build momentum quickly, especially for a young team gaining confidence. While the Canadiens remain in the rebuilding phase, they've already begun turning a corner, highlighted by a playoff appearance last season. Chicago, on the other hand, is earlier in its developmental curve. The Blackhawks are doing the right things, investing in youth and long-term growth, but their inexperience still shows at key moments. Montreal's more balanced blend of veterans and rising talent gives them a clear edge in composure and structure. I like the Canadiens to keep that energy rolling and claim the win in this Saturday night matchup. As our first pick for this matchup, the Montreal Canadiens money line is our full game side pick. From a totals perspective, Montreal's early results have leaned toward offense. The Canadiens have gone 1-0-1 to the over so far, averaging 6.5 total goals per game through their first 2 contests, both on the road. That's slightly higher than last season's averages, when their games finished with an average of 6.15 total goals overall and 6.27 when away from home. Chicago's numbers tell a similar story. The Blackhawks have split their 2 games in relation to the total, also averaging 6 total goals per contest. Last year, Chicago's games averaged 6.29 goals overall and climbed to 6.51 when they played at home. Given those trends, it's no surprise that recent meetings between these teams have tilted high scoring. The over is 2-0-1 in the last 3 head-to-head matchups. Both sides feature offensive youth willing to push the pace, and defensive lapses are still part of their growing pains. The total feels a bit light here considering their current form and scoring potential. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Utah Mammoth versus Nashville Predators. The Utah Mammoth traveled to Nashville on Saturday night for a Central Division clash with the Predators, the first of 4 meetings between these 2 teams this season. With both clubs likely to be battling in the same tier of the standings come spring, these head-to-head games could have real playoff implications down the line. It's still early in the season, but for 2 teams looking to establish rhythm and identity, this matchup carries weight. Each team's season opener ended with a 1-goal margin, yet the context behind those games tells 2 very different stories. Utah dropped its debut 2-1 to the powerhouse Colorado Avalanche, a result that might read like a loss on paper but looked like a strong performance against one of the NHL's elite rosters. The Mammoths skated with pace, competed physically, and made Colorado work for every inch, a promising sign for a brand new franchise still finding its footing. Nashville, meanwhile, edged out the Columbus Blue Jackets 2-1, but that result came against a much weaker opponent, and the Predators didn't look particularly convincing. Despite the scoreboard, Utah's effort feels like the more meaningful takeaway. Facing one of the best teams in the league toe-to-toe should instill confidence and belief in a group still developing its chemistry. Starting the season on a 3-game road trip might even help this young roster bond faster, forcing communication and accountability from the jump. It's the first year under the Mammoth name, and this squad seems eager to make a statement. I like Utah to seize this opportunity and earn its first win in franchise history. As our first pick for this matchup, the Utah Mammoth money line is our full game side pick. Both teams showed offensive limitations last year, and their season openers didn't do much to change that perception. Utah's defensive structure and goaltending were key strengths throughout last season, and that emphasis hasn't gone away. Nashville, on the other hand, struggled heavily in its own zone a year ago, both in preventing quality chances and in net, but there's at least reason for mild optimism after Juuse Saros's sharp season debut. He looked composed, tracked the puck well, and was the primary reason the Predators escaped Columbus with a win. Still, there's little evidence yet that Nashville's blue line has fully stabilized. With both teams leaning on defense, effort, and goaltending rather than offensive flash, this matchup feels primed for another tight, low-scoring grind. Expect both sides to clog the neutral zone and limit space, leading to a controlled, defensive-style game that stays under the total. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Stars versus Colorado Avalanche. The Dallas Stars head to Ball Arena on Saturday night for a marquee early season matchup against the Colorado Avalanche. Anytime these two meet, you can count on intensity, speed, and playoff-level energy, and this one feels no different. For Colorado, this game carries a little extra weight. The Avalanche are in a classic revenge spot after last season's playoff disappointment, and there's no question the sting of that exit still lingers. Nathan MacKinnon and company have been vocal about raising the bar this year, and this matchup provides a perfect statement opportunity in front of their home fans. Dallas comes in off a season-opening win, but it wasn't without concern. The Stars nearly coughed up their lead late, and defensive lapses gave their opponent far too many quality chances down the stretch. Against a team as fast and relentless as Colorado, that kind of looseness won't fly. The Avalanche, meanwhile, are off to a strong start and seem locked in early. They've been generating chances in waves, pushing tempo through all four lines, and look determined to prove they're still one of the league's elite. It's hard to bet against that combination of urgency, talent, and home ice energy. I expect the Avalanche to set the tone early and deliver a confident win on Saturday night. As our first pick for this matchup, the Colorado Avalanche money line is our full game side pick. Defensively, the Avalanche have been outstanding through their opening stretch, allowing only 2 goals in their first 2 games of the 2025-2026 season. Scott Wedgwood's play in net has been nothing short of superb, showcasing poise and control under pressure. Still, maintaining that level against a potent Dallas offense will be a challenge. These teams have a long history of lighting up the scoreboard when they meet, and recent trends suggest another track meet could be on the horizon. During the 2024-2025 regular season, their 3 matchups produced plenty of fireworks. Dallas won 5-3 at home, while Colorado countered with a pair of high-scoring home victories, 6-3 and 4-3 in overtime. The over has now cashed in 8 of their last 9 regular season meetings, a testament to the firepower on both benches. Given how both squads are built, with elite top lines, quick transition play, and dynamic power plays, this one has all the makings of another fast-paced, high-scoring showdown. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.